I'm David Kerr and you are watching Shalom World News. Here's your latest news headlines from around the globe. The Vatican has published its long-awaited report into the disgraced former US Cardinal Theodore McCarrick. The 450-page dossier attempts to explain why McCarrick was able to rise through the clerical ranks over many decades seemingly unimpeded. That's despite persistent rumours and even allegations relating to his sexual misconduct. The report reveals that in 1999, the late Cardinal John O'Connor of New York warned the Vatican against promoting McCarrick from the Archdiocese of Newark in New Jersey to the Archdiocese of Washington, D.C. This prompted the Holy See to question other bishops in New Jersey, 3 of whom, claims the new report, then provided the Vatican with, quote, inaccurate and incomplete information regarding McCarrick's sexual conduct with young adults. At the same time, says the new dossier, Archbishop McCarrick penned a personal letter to Pope St. John Paul II, flatly denying any allegations of sexual impropriety. This week's report was commissioned by Pope Francis in October 2018, following a slew of credible allegations that the 90-year-old McCarrick abused children early on in his priestly career and then abused seminarians while a bishop. Theodore McCarrick served as Archbishop of Newark from 1986 to 2000. In 2001, he was appointed Archbishop of Washington, D.C., and was also elevated to the Sacred College of Cardinals. He retired in 2006. In 2019, he was dismissed from the clerical state by Pope Francis. In the wake of that McCarrick report, the US Conference of Catholic Bishops will meet for their fall General Assembly on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Due to the COVID pandemic, the meeting will take place online. The virtual gathering will begin with an address by the Papal Nuncio to the United States, Archbishop Christophe Pierre. The bishops will also hear from Archbishop Gomez of Los Angeles as he gives his first address as USCCB President. Meanwhile, Archbishop Gomez has also issued the USCCB's congratulations to the presumptive President-elect of the United States, Joe Biden. Archbishop Gomez said that at this particular moment in American history, Catholics, quote, have a special duty to be peacemakers, to promote fraternity and mutual trust, and to pray for a renewed spirit of true patriotism in our country. Archbishop Gomez also asked that the Blessed Virgin Mary, who's patroness of the US, intercede to help fulfill a vision of America as one nation under God, where, he said, the sanctity of every human life is defended and freedom of conscience and religion are guaranteed. Vice President Joe Biden claimed victory in the presidential race on Saturday, although President Donald Trump is refusing to concede defeat as he continues to legally challenge several election results in various states across the country. A gang of indigenous people in Western Argentina have ransacked a Catholic church and desecrated the Blessed Sacrament. The attack took place on November the 6th at the Franciscan church of Nuestra, Señora de Luján in the town of Bolsón. The dozen-strong gang were drawn from the native Mapuche people. One of the priests was abducted during the raid. The parish priest was also beaten. Meanwhile, the gang destroyed the church pews and daubed red paint on the altar, the crucifix and statues of Our Lady and St. Francis. The tabernacle was also forcibly opened with the sacred hosts thrown on the ground. The violent incident was sparked by an eviction order issued by a court relating to church-owned property, which is currently occupied by the indigenous people in the town of Villa Mascardi. It sits about an hour's drive to the north of Bolsón. In a statement following the attack, the local prelate, Bishop Juan Jose Chaparro, expressed his sorrow and solidarity with the ransacked parish, but he also called for a peaceful resolution to the land dispute. In total, 5 people have now been arrested in connection with the church attack. A Catalan teenager who sacrificed his life protecting the Holy Eucharist during the Spanish Civil War of the 1930s has been beatified. 19-year-old Joan Roig y Digel was declared blessed on Saturday at the Basilica of the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona by the city's Archbishop Cardinal Juan Jose Omella. Known for his love of the Holy Eucharist, Blessed Joan would attend Holy Mass on a daily basis. During Spain's bloody civil war, Blessed Joan would risk his life to bring Holy Communion to the sick who were unable to attend Holy Mass. On September 11th, 1936, however, he was captured by anti-Catholic militia and shot dead the following day. His last words, "May God forgive you as I forgive you." During the Mass of Beatification, Cardinal Omella suggested that the life and legacy of Blessed Joan can, quote, awaken in us the desire to follow Christ with joy and generosity. Next week we'll see the pontifical charity Aid to the Church in Need highlight the plight of persecuted Christians around the globe through its annual Red Week campaign. The highlight of the 7 days will take place on the Wednesday, when cathedrals, churches and public buildings will be illuminated in red in many countries across 4 continents. This will include Bratislava Castle in Slovakia, the Notre Dame Basilica in the Canadian city of Montreal, and, most likely say organisers, the statue of Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Across Red Week, Aid to the Church in Need will host a range of events in numerous countries aimed at raising awareness of the estimated 250 million Christians all over the world who are living in environments in which they are violently persecuted, discriminated against, or prevented from freely practicing their faith. Finally, Pope Francis has kissed the hand of an Italian missionary priest who was freed last month in the African country of Mali after being held hostage there for over 2 years. Father Pierre Luigi Macali was abducted by an armed group of jihadists from Niger in September 2018. On Monday, the 59-year-old had an audience with the Holy Father at the Vatican. Following it, Father Macali told Vatican News that he was not expecting Pope Francis to kiss his hand. Father Macali is currently staying with his sister in the northern Italian city of Crema. Well, that's all for now. Do join me next time for some more news headlines from across the globe. Until then, may God bless you. Shalom.